I'm Emmanuel and welcome to my workbench. Today I will be hunting pennies. I got 28 rolls of pennies here, so these are the last of them. I don't have any more pennies after this. Hopefully I can get new pennies soon, but let's go to the intro and then I'll bring you in on the state of my books. All right, we're back, and here are my two penny books. These are the books that I use to put away the finds that I have for my pennies during my coin roll hunts. Naturally, anything in the 20s would be a great find. I put a 1983 over here because that was a variety, so don't mind this one. But the oldest one that I have is a 1933. A few missing in the 40s, 3 missing in the 40s. The 1953 shoulder fold is missing over here. However, if I find one, it's going to go in my main book because I don't have one in my main book either. 1985 pointed 5 I'm missing, which is as well in my main book. So if I find one of these, then it'll go in my main book. Naturally, if I find any upgrades like this 1988 over here, can really use an upgrade. And if I find some nice shiny ones like a 1955 over here, looks pretty bad. I'll upgrade them if I find them. Let's go to the second book. And the second book is the rest to date. And the only spot left to fill in here is a 2010 Magnetic P. These were only issued in sets, so it'll make it an NIFC. So I probably won't ever find one for that one. So let's get right into it. I'll bring you in on my first find. Roll 1, we have 15 Americans. Roll 5, 30 Americans. Roll 6, 1 more American, and a 2006 non-magnetic with logo, which they're usually magnetic, so that is a cool find. Roll 7, 3 more Americans. Roll 8, we have 2 Americans, and our second 2006 with a mint logo and non-magnetic. Cool. Roll 9, 3 more Americans, as well as our third non-magnetic 2006 with a mint mark. Roll 10, we have 13 more Americans. Roll 12, we have 4 more Americans and a fourth 2006 logo non-magnetic. This was the year where they transitioned to all of the magnetics and non-magnetics had the logo. So starting in 2007, they all were magnetic with a logo. Same thing for 2008 and 2009. The non-magnetic with the logo are less common than the magnetic with the logo. So that's why I'm keeping them. But other than that, these are, as you can see, common enough, easy enough to find. They're not particularly rare, but I like to set them aside nonetheless. Roll 13, 1 more American. Roll 14, 1 more American. Roll 15, 2 more Americans. Roll 17, 2 more Americans. Roll 18, 1 more American, and our fifth 2006 non-magnetic with a logo. Roll 19, 4 more Americans. Roll 20, 1 more American. All right, now we're talking. This is roll 21. Those first 2 bundles were from the previous times that I got coins, and there were no copper coins in any of those bundles. The oldest penny in the bundles was probably a 1997. But these 8 rolls that I have were from a different time I went to the bank and got pennies, and these definitely have some copper pennies. So let's hope to find some oldies now. All right, this roll took me a while longer than the other roll. So I kept out 4 Blazers. These are 1978 and 1979 Blazers. There are 4 Americans in this roll. There were 2 1967 Rock Doves with no doubling on these. There were 3 Young Heads with no errors or varieties on these, plus 1955. This one is shoulder fold variety because there's no serifs on the eye over there. I'm looking for the no shoulder fold variety of this one. We have a 1962. For this one, we want either the hanging 2s where there's a, you can see the chin of the queen over here. Finally, the last find that I have is this 1979 that has a doubled 7-9. So if I go over here to the scope, focus here, you could see the doubling on the bottom of the 7 and the 9. You see when I rotate it, it doesn't disappear. That means it's not a shadow. And that is an awesome find. Roll 22, a few more blazers and 2 more young heads, a 1961 and a 1962 this time, as well as another rock dove and 2 Americans. Roll 23, a couple more blazers and another American. Roll 14, one more young head. This one is a 1961. And we have another 1979 with a doubled 9, similar to the other one. So this is a cool one, the second one that's doubled. And 3 Americans, but one of those is a weedy. That's why I kind of turn them all over to their reverse side. But this one is a 1950 Denver. That is a cool find. I will set it weedy side up so I can see it later. Roll 25, some more blazers that I put to the blazer pile over here. We have another 1967 rock dove with no doubling, and some young heads. We have a 1963, a 1964, another 64, another 63, and 2 Americans, but we have a weedy, 1944. Cool. Roll 26, we have 4 more Americans, with the 4th being another weedy. This one is from 1957 Denver. Awesome. And we have another young head. This is a 1962 this time. And this one is a 1967 double die. You can see doubling on the 1, the 9, the first 9, and a little bit on the second 9. Rotating it doesn't make the doubling go away. And I think this is the first doubled 1969 that I found. That is awesome. Roll 27, we have 5 more Americans, but we have some really nice oldies here. Look at the toning on this 1971. Most likely going to upgrade in my book. I'm going to actually set it aside so I don't lose track of it. And this is a really good condition 1977 as well. I'm going to keep these aside. I will check all of these naturally, but those just jumped out at me. Even this one over here, which is a 1979, jumped out at me. One young head is a 1964, and 3 doubled 1979s. So I'll bring the first one here. The first one is just slight doubling. Let's see here. You can see it on the 9 right there, especially. There you go, right there. You can see it on the 9, a little bit on the bottom of the 7. When you rotate it, if it doesn't go away, that's doubling and it's not an image. But the other 2 are really obvious. You can see on the bottom of the 7 and on that 9 right there. And same thing with the next one. Bottom of the 7 and on the 9. That is awesome. Last roll 28. We have another young head here. This is a 1964. We have 2 1967 rock doves. No doubling on these examples. And here is the oldest of the hunt, a 1949 King George VI. That is awesome. And our 4th weedy, I believe. Awesome, 1953. That is cool. And 6 more Americans. 111 Americans. That is 2 full rolls of Americans in these. So since pennies aren't circulating, people, when they come across all of their pennies, whether they're American or not, they get rid of them. Let me do a little bit of cleanup. Let me also go through the Americans to see if any of them upgrade the ones in my collection, and I'll come back to the conclusion of the hunt. All right, of the American weedies, this 1953 Philadelphia fills a spot in my collection. That is awesome. Of the shield scents, there is one book filler, this 2021 Philadelphia. fills a hole in the book. And this 2019 had some damage on it on the bottom there, and I found a better one over here to put into the collection. Still looking on an upgrade on this 2022, and of course I don't have any 2023s or 2024s just yet. Let's keep going. Jumping out at me from all of the remaining ones was this 2009. This is a 2009 Denver, so definitely a keeper. So here are all of the Lincoln Memorial cents, the 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, and 2000s. So let me look through all of these and see if I can find any upgraders for my book. Well, that's it for the hunt. What a great hunt. Those last 8 rolls were amazing. Those came separately from the first 20. The first 20 came as 2 bundles together. And they didn't have anything that was older than 1997. So those last 8 probably took me twice as long to hunt through those than the first 20. Anyways, the finds of this hunt is definitely the King George VI from 1949 and the 4 Wheaties plus a book filler plus this 2009. Another book filler in my American, several upgraders. So my collection is looking a little bit better. So I really had fun with this hunt. As is usual, I have a giveaway this week, and the giveaway for this week will be this 50-cent piece from 1969. And all you have to do to have a chance of winning this coin is leave a comment down below, and sometime next month I will draw the name of a lucky winner. Well, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up, and if you haven't already, click on my logo to subscribe. And here's a link of a video that might be something that you'd like to watch, as well as a playlist of other penny hunts. Until next time, thanks for watching.